Hello everyone, welcome back to another Godot tutorial. In this series, I'm going to show you how to create a tilemap system in Godot 4.1 using the Tilemap node. We are going to see how to use the Autotile and the random tile features, and also I'm going to show you how to add navigation 2D system to your tiles. At the end of this short series, that will contain probably 2 videos, we are going to be able to create a small game where we have a player following by some sort of enemies while avoiding obstacles. I'm going to leave 2 GitHub links in the description, one for the image file that contains the tiles that we are going to use, and the other one is from where you can download the whole project. Alright, I have created this project here, and as you can see I have this PNG file under the resources folder, and this file contains all the tiles that we are going to use in this game. As I told you before, I will leave you a GitHub link in the description from where you can download this PNG file. Now let's move on and create the main scene. It's going to be a 2D scene. I'm going to rename it to main. Save it, and for now we are going to leave the main scene empty and move on to create the Tilemap node. So in the Tilemap inspector, we need to go to tile set, click on it, and click on new tile set. Click on tile set again here, and as you can see we have this pop-up window here. We need to click on tile set here. Let me expand it a little and go and click and drag the PNG file like this. Now it's going to ask us whether if we like to automatically create tiles in the atlas. I'm going to say no, I want to do this manually, and I want to change text region to 64 by 64, which is the size of a single tile here. Now we need to select all the tiles that we are going to use in our project. You can select one by one or simply click and drag with your mouse. Now this is all the tiles that we need to use. Like this. Now save it and go back to the main scene and create an instance of this Tilemap. Now in the main scene we can start drawing our tiles by simply selecting which tile that we want to draw. Like this one, I want to draw this tile here. I need to select it and come here and just draw the tiles that I want to use. And now you note that when I click and drag this tile, it's not properly drawn, and that's because we need to go back to the Tilemap node and change the size of the tile to 64 by 64. Now going back to the main scene again. Now when we click and drag the tile, it's properly drawn the tiles with the correct size. Now again, just as I told you, to select which tile we want to use and just draw it one by one. But this process may take a lot of time, especially when you have a bigger map than that, or you are creating multiple levels in your game. And to simplify this, we can use the Autotile feature, and Autotile will simply draw each tile depending on which tile it's supposed to be next to the other. I'm going to explain this more in a bit. Now to add the Autotile, we need to go back to the Tilemap node, and here we need to go to terrain sets, click on add element, click on terrains, and click again on add element. Now here we need to go to the tile set, click on select, and we need to select all the tiles that we need to make them Autotile. So for me, I'm going to make only the tiles of the road have this Autotile feature. So let me select all those tiles by hold shift and select all the tiles that I want to use, like this. Now here we need to go to terrains and change the terrain set and terrain values from -1 to 0. Now you can see that we have terrains pyramid bit here that we can expand. It has some attributes and values that we can change. Now what we want to do here is we want each tile of those selected tiles have a specific place and a specific tile that should be next to it. So for example, this tile in the corner here, it can be only drawn if it have one tile to the right of it and one tile to the bottom of it. So we need to select it. Let me expand this a little. And go to the right side, change it from -1 to 0. And go to the bottom side and change it also to 0. So like this tile, it will only be drawn if it have one tile to the right of it and one tile to the bottom of it. So now next tile is this one. This tile, it can only be drawn if it have one tile to the right of it, to the left, and to the bottom. So here we need to change the right side to 1, the left side to 0, and the bottom side also to 0. And we need to do this process to all of those tiles. And actually there is an easier way to do this by going to Paint and select a property editor, go to terrains, and here we need to terrain set 0, and here select terrain 0. Now we can do this with the mouse button by selecting the piece with the left mouse button, and you can delete it with the right mouse button. Now going to the next tile. This tile is going to have one tile to the left of it and one tile to the bottom. This one is going to have one tile to the top, down, and left. This one top, left. This one top, right, left. This one top, right, and this one top, down, right. And the one here in the middle is going to have one tile to the top, one to the bottom, one to the right, and one to the left. I hope I'm explaining well this logic of this system. It's a little bit frustrating at first, but you will get used to it and have a better understanding of it with time. Now here, this tile is going to have only one tile to the bottom. There is nothing above here. And this tile is going to have only one tile to the top. And this tile is going to have one to the top and one to the bottom. And I'm going to continue this more faster. I hope you understand what I'm explaining here. And this one like this. And finally this one. And like this, we have finished the Autotile for those road tiles. We need to save it. And now going back to the main node. In here, we need to go to terrains and select terrain 0. And now we can just click and draw, and it will automatically choose the right tiles that is supposed to be drawn. And now I can draw these tiles here. And that's it. Now I want to add some grass to the scene. So I need to go back to tiles. And here I have 9 tiles of this grass. I want to draw some of it like this. And I want to draw randomly those tiles. And I'm not going through doing this one by one like this. That will take me some time to complete. So what I'm going to do here, I want to select those 9 tiles. And I'm going to click on this icon here, place random tile. And in here, I'm going to press Ctrl Shift and just click and drag. And like this, we are going to draw some random tiles from this 9 here. So I'm going to finish those all areas by randomly drawing green grass. And now I want to set some boxes. So I need to select this box tile here. I'm going to set boxes all over the map, and some of it here. And that's it. So this is it for the part 1 of this series. In the next part, we are going to set the navigation to the area to our tiles, and we are going to create a player and enemies that follow the player wherever he goes. So thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next part.